I'm Jen Piacenti with Fantasy Alarm, and I've got some deep cuts for your NFL Week 10. Need an insurance policy for Big Ben, or maybe you have Patrick Mahomes out on bye? Well, your number one target is Jared Goff, but if you're in a 14-team league and you need to dig really deep, take a flyer on Jake Luton. The rookie Luton completed 26 of 38 passes versus the Texans last week for 304 yards and a score. 12 targets went to DJ Chark, who finally had the monster game we've all been waiting for. The Jags have confirmed Luton will start versus Green Bay, and though the Jags offense will likely pound the ground with James Robinson versus the suspect Green Bay run game, Vegas expects a lot of points in this game, and Luton won't hesitate to throw deep in what could be a shootout. At wide receiver, stay with me now. Though Chark had a big week last week, he's likely to see a lot of Jair Alexander this week. And that opens up the door for another big-bodied receiver, Chris Conley. Chris Conley caught 7 of his 8 targets last week for 52 yards. Keelan Cole, by comparison, was only targeted twice. Laviska Shenault is still a little banged up, and I can see some deep targets going Chris Conley's way. On the other side of this game, why not go back to Marquez Valdez-Scantling? We know the Jacksonville defense is not so great, and okay, sure, Devontae Adams will probably have another day, but last week, MVS got important red zone targets, which he turned into 2 touchdowns. It's a boomer best play, but this is the Deep Cuts video, after all. Okay, over at running back, I want to dare you to take a long shot on DeAndre Washington. Now, sure, Salvon Ahmed led the backfield last week, playing more snaps and accumulating more yards than Jordan Howard, but let's be honest, that isn't really saying much. Myles Gaskin is still on the shelf, and we also don't know yet about Matt Breida. Washington was buried over there on the depth chart in Kansas City, but the Dolphins must have made a trade for a reason. And finally, at the wasteland of tight end, who knows? Just kidding. Well, sort of. Jordan Reid probably already got snapped up once the Kittle news broke, but perhaps Ross Dwelly is the guy you want to have. Well, at least until Reid is back to 100%. Last week, Dwelly caught all 3 of his targets for 52 yards versus the Packers in Thursday Night Football.